Please come. Sarveshwar Yadvanshi.
Yes, sir.
Please have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
How do we explain Yadvanshi?
Yadav community, sir. I am from Yadav community.
यदु कौन थे?
Lord Krishna.
Are you sure?
Not pretty sure, sir.
Please check.
Yes, sir. I will.
Because maybe the first question would be on your surname.
Yes, sir.
Your father is an agriculturist.
Yes, sir.
How much land does he own?
So 0.89 acres. 0.89 acres.
इसमें तो 12.5 लिखा है.
So that is the statutory limit, sir. That is the statutory limit in Uttar Pradesh.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
0.89 acres.
Yes, sir.
तो उसमें तो कुछ भी आमदनी नहीं होती होगी.
Sir, Adhiya system, there is Adhiya system. We follow that. So we borrow land from other people and then we do agriculture.
What does your father sow on this land?
Sir, wheat and rice.
Which quality of wheat?
Sir, I don't know, sir.
You are from Mirzapur in UP.
Yes, sir.
Your father originally belonged to Chandoli.
Yes, sir.
Tell us something about Chandoli and UP.
Sir, Chandoli has first cover, rank second in first cover district wise. It is quite rich in resources. Our home minister is from my district. Not home minister, sir, defense minister. Defense Minister Mr. Rajnath Singh.
Acha,
is from
he is
Chandoli.
from your district.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
He is from
From Chandoli or from Mirzapur?
Chandoli, sir.
He was earlier Chief Minister of UP.
Yes, sir.
Acha.
Around in year 2000, I guess. And apart from that, sir, there is Rajdari Devdari waterfalls in my district, which is a very famous tourist spot.
Which are the socio-economic problems in UP which strike you?
So there are multiple problems. Currently, I am working in Western UP, in the Western UP.
कहाँ पे?
Sir, Kasganj district.
कासगंज.
Yes, sir.
As what?
As sir, coaching depot officer in Ijatnagar division, sir.
Huh?
In Indian Railways, as coaching depot officer, sir.
Okay.
So I find that there is law and order problem in this district, and there is low education percentage. People, literacy level is low. Generally, what I feel. Apart from that, there is lack of job opportunities, due to which on a daily basis I find a lot of people encroaching.
Your date of birth is 20th June 1996.
Yes, sir.
And the optional is sociology.
Yes, sir.
After having done your BE in mechanical engineering,
Yes, sir.
how come you have opted for sociology?
Sir, I like this subject. I wanted to study about.
This is not an honest answer. What is the honest answer to my question?
Sir, earlier
It is a scoring subject?
Syllabus is short, and for geography, earlier my optional was.
What is political sociology?
I don't know, sir.
Since you have done your BE in mechanical engineering, will driverless cars
Yes,
be a reality, or is it desirable?
It will be a reality, sir. But for that, the level of automation has to improve, and a lot of trial and error method should be
Is
followed.
it desirable?
Yes, sir. It is desirable. In future, it is desirable.
in a country which is prone to unemployment,
Yes, sir.
will driverless cars be an answer?
Sir, if we look history, sir, when computers were introduced in our country, there were a lot of people who were complaining that it will cause huge unemployment. But as the time progressed, we found that new sector of employment emerged.
So you are an optimist.
Yes, sir.
Who is an optimist?
Sir, of
And
course,
how is he different from a pessimist?
sir, optimist always thinks about brighter side.
Brighter side.
Yes, sir.
Fine, fine, fine. Okay. Where do you see yourself in 2047 as a civil servant, and if you don't make it, as a mechanical engineer?
Sir,
Where do you see yourself in 2047?
sir, I see myself as a diplomat posted somewhere in the world.
नहीं, अगर आप दुर्भाग्यवश
Yes, sir.
नहीं आए सिविल सर्विसेज में,
Yes, sir.
IFS हो चाहे IAS हो चाहे IPS हो,
Yes, sir.
अगर नहीं आए तो आप अपने आप को कहाँ पाएंगे 2025 में, 2047 में?
Sir, I see myself as a DRM in some Indian Railways division.
Okay. What will be the shape of the Indian Indian administrative service in 2047?
Sir, by 2047, I believe there will be huge amount of use of technology in planning, and there will be huge amount of participation of private sector. In
Fine, Sarveshwar. आप पूछे.
Yes, sir.
Sarveshwar,
Yes, sir.
tell me in a very short reply, from sociological point of view,
Yes, sir.
the social structures in Mesra, in
Yes, sir.
Kasganj and in Chandauli.
Yes, sir. Sir, in Mesra, the social structure, what I have seen is around my university. There are tribal peoples living around the campus, and within campus also some tribal people live.
Which are those tribes?
That I'm sorry, I don't know.
But you have spent 3 or 4 years there.
Sir, I have spent 4 months. Actually, I'm from SCRA. So what we used to do, we used to live in Jamalpur workshop in Bihar, and professor used to come from BIT Mesra and teach us a subject for 3 days, and then we used to go for.
So you were not resident BIT Mesra?
Yes, sir. We were not resident in BIT Mesra, sir.
What about Chandauli and Kasganj?
Sir, Kasganj, I have seen that the population density is quite low. Most of the people are located around the city Kasganj, and farming I have seen. They do not grow.
How long you have been staying in Kasganj?
Sir, for the past 3-4 months, sir.
That's all.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and in Chandauli?
Chandauli, sir, I have lived till my birth.
Tell us something about Chandauli.
Sir,
What is so peculiar about Chandauli?
Sir, earlier when I was child, it was prone to Naxalite attacks. A lot of Naxalite attacks used to happen. Apart from that, there is problem of disease problem. Normally in the months of monsoon, there used to be low connectivity, but now connectivity has improved. In fact, the district
So the
offices.
trucks are still stranded there in Sayyad Raja?
No, sir.
They are not there.
No, sir. A lot of work
They
is
have
going
developed
on.
some means of communication.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, you have your first preference in Indian Foreign Service.
Yes, sir.
Is there any reason for that? People normally coming from East, West,
Yes, sir.
East UP or Bihar, they prefer Indian Administrative Service. What is so peculiar about it? Why did you choose this?
Sir, I'm very much optimistic about our country in the upcoming 30 to 40 years. So right now I'm working in Indian Railways. So I find that the service is getting degraded. The promotional options for us are very low, and I find that in Indian foreign service, India will become a superpower by 2050 or something like that, I believe. So it will be a very good opportunity for me to work for India when our power is
But
growing.
India will become superpower only because of the internal strength, not entirely because of the foreign policy. If you have the internal policy very strong, very robust, then only you can become a superpower.
So there will be need of people who will be representing those internal policies abroad, and I believe that I can do that very well.
Okay. Now, what is, there has been some kind of talk going on that hunting should be allowed in order to protect wild conservation. Do you believe in this?
No, sir, I don't believe.
Why? You have some forested areas near Mirzapur and Chakia also.
Yes, sir.
Why is it so?
Because, sir, day by day forest area is getting reduced. If we denser forest, sir. And human have entered each and every part of environment, so it's better that we should leave them alone.
In spite of the fact that they can become predators, they can kill the human populations, but still you would like to go for non-hunting policy.
Fine, Sarveshwar, fine. आप पूछें.
Well, you played table tennis.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what is Newton's first law of motion? Newton's first law of motion. Okay. It is that every body remains in its state of rest or motion unless acted upon by another force, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
When you play table tennis, you would have seen that the ball swings in the air.
Yes, sir.
Then how did it change the course when there is no force being applied to it?
Sir, it depends on the.
Is the Newton's law being violated? Because Newton's law say unless there is a force applied, it will continue in its, if it is steady, resting, it will rest, and if it is moving, it will move in the same direction.
So there is frictional force applied
In the air?
Yes, sir.
Frictional force.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell us how it is being applied.
A little loudly.
Yes, sir. Sir, when we are hitting the ball, we generally, some people impart some spin while hitting the ball, and it will cut across the air, and there will be some resistance offered by the air, which is directly proportional to the square of velocity of the ball. So I guess, sir, by that it moves.
No, see, you hit the ball, so ball has got some motion.
Yes,
Now that motion should continue because you are not constantly hitting the ball.
Yes, sir.
And if there is friction in the air, it is on both sides of the ball, so why should it swing? It should continue. Because whatever force is being there because of the friction, it is from both sides. So it is neutralized. I mean, if I roll a marble on a say board,
Yes, sir.
then do you think it changes its course? Friction only slows it down, that's all.
I don't know, sir.
Okay. Now, coming to the foreign policy aspect.
Yes.
Right now, we are facing a major problem in the world.
Yes, sir.
And what is it?
Sir, Russia-Ukraine war.
Okay, Russia-Ukraine war, as per you, is a major problem.
Yes, sir.
Now, how is it affecting the world order?
Sir, because international laws are not getting followed. So, when
Which international law is not being followed?
Sir, international laws, UN laws regarding. Sir, Russia is a
Aggression?
Yes, sir.
China did aggression against us.
Yes, sir.
Did the world order change?
Actually, the world is being perceived from the angle of Europe and America. So, right now, our foreign minister is speaking against it also. as we have
Against
seen.
it, what? What is that it?
It is, sir, the aggression by China on India border. the world is not speaking against that, sir.
No, he's saying that don't bother, that is a separate matter, it has nothing to do with Ukraine-Russia war. He's saying that.
No, sir.
Yeah, he said China-India issue is a long-standing issue and we'll take care of it. It has nothing to do with what is happening in Ukraine. Okay, tell us anything else related to this war or a special operation, whichever way you want to describe it.
So there was one operation launched by Indian government. I cannot recall the name of the operation. It was related to the evacuation of Indian students and Indian.
Fine. Vinodji?
Sarveshwar,
Yes.
you are a mechanical engineer.
Yes, sir.
So, in Indian administration, suppose you come to Government of India,
Yes, sir.
what project you would like to head so that your knowledge is used or can be utilized?
So modernization of thermal power plants
I see.
for reduced carbon emittance, transition toward electric vehicles, and hydrogen policy also. These
So,
are
what
some-
is this green hydrogen mission?
Sir, green hydrogen mission basically it's a around 20,000 crore rupees project launched by Indian government to promote investment in our country. And apart from that, we
What we want to achieve?
Sir, we want to achieve Atmanirbharta in the production of green hydrogen and development of technologies which will be helpful for utilization of green hydrogen. We want to promote use of green hydrogen, and it will be helpful for us also because currently we are trying to generate 50% of our energy by 2000.
How much energy we are producing? How much is our demand today? And how much we are producing?
As far as I remember, sir, around 440 gigawatt of energy we are consuming. I may be wrong.
How much we are making from solar?
Sir, around 30% of our energy.
And how much is from wind and other sources?
Sir, from renewable sources of energy, we are producing overall 40%. 60% is from non-renewable energy sources of energy, sir.
Achha. In COP27,
Yes, sir.
Recently COP28 actually, what was the Indian stand? India's stand, what we committed?
Sir, we have committed for Panchamrit solution.
That was last year, last time.
So that was in
Panchamrit. What is Panchamrit? Give me the 5 points of Panchamrit.
Yes, sir. India will become, sir, 5 points of Panchamrit solutions are by 2070, India will be a carbon neutral economy. By 2030, we intend to produce 50%.
Fine, Sarveshwar, fine. आप पूछो.
Veshwar, what is the cropping pattern of Uttar Pradesh?
Sir, in eastern UP, sir, we mostly produce rice and wheat. As we move, because there is the rainfall amount is higher in eastern UP. As we progress towards western side, sir, the rainfall amount decreases. So there is a shift towards millets crops also. In the areas which I am living, there is production of groundnuts also.
Government of India wants to double the farmers' income.
Yes, sir.
By which year?
By 2022, sir. It was
20?
2.
22. 22 is gone,
Yes, sir.
but the farmers' income has not been doubled.
Yes, sir.
So what shall you do if you are the Agriculture Secretary to achieve this goal of the Government of India?
Sir, first I will try to diversify the products which are being produced by our Indian farmers. For that, I will try to bring private investment. Investment in the field, sir, cold storage, Currently, there is huge lack of cold storage chains in our country.
Okay. Yesterday, the government of India has introduced the river cruise system,
Yes, sir.
but it has been criticized vehemently by many.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Sir, because they fear that there will be the pollution created by the cruise. There is no clear policy about that, sir. I believe many people are fearing that it will affect the aquatic lifestyle of the river. Recently, sir, we have launched.
And what are the advantages it envisages?
Sir, it will help to bring a new channel of revenue for us. Apart from that, it will increase the use of river transportation system. That's all I think, sir.
अच्छा ये बताएं कि suppose you are selected to the civil service and appointed as a district collector.
Yes, sir.
How shall you begin your first day, and how shall you assess your last day of the tenure as district collector?
On the first day as a district collector, I will try to look at all the existing projects which are under process. I will took the status of all the projects. I will try to know what are the delayed projects and how can we improve their speed.
And how would you look at the last day?
Sir, at the last day, sir,
Saying farewell.
sir, I've seen some people, for example, my DRM was saying farewell on the last day. He was working on the last day also, and he was pretty much involved. So I would like
Fine,
to.
Sarveshwar, fine. Please wait outside for a minute.
Yes.
We'll summon you again.
Thank you, sir.